Ever feel like someone's pulling your strings, but you just can't put your finger on how they're doing it? You know that feeling in your gut, that sense that you're being led down a path you didn't choose. What if I told you there's one single, powerful psychological trigger that, once you understand it, acts like a pair of X-ray glasses? It lets you see right through manipulation tactics and instantly reveals who's trying to control you. This isn't about learning 1,000 different tricks. It's about understanding one core principle of how your own mind works against you. The moment you get this, the game changes forever. So, what is this master key to unlocking manipulation? It's not some mystical secret. It's a scientifically proven cognitive bias called loss aversion. In simple terms, the pain of losing something feels about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining something of equal value. Think about it. Finding a $50 bill on the street feels great, right? But losing a $50 bill you already had feels absolutely terrible. That intense fear of losing, that's the secret weapon manipulators use against you. Your brain isn't struggling because you're not smart enough or you don't have enough information. It's struggling because it's hardwired to avoid loss at all costs. And manipulators know exactly how to exploit that. Let's break down how this plays out in real life. Have you ever seen those limited time only offers? That's a classic example. The seller isn't just highlighting what you can gain. They're triggering your fear of losing out on a great deal. The clock is ticking, the stock is running low, and suddenly your brain screams, "I'm going to miss this opportunity. I have to act now." That urgency you feel isn't about the amazing product. It's about the fear of the deal disappearing forever. They've framed it as a potential loss. This tactic works in sales, in negotiations, and even in personal relationships. It's incredibly effective because it bypasses your logical thinking and goes straight for your emotional core. Now, let's take it into the workplace. Imagine your boss comes to you and says, "We're making some changes, and we're not sure if everyone's role will be secure. But if you take on this extra project, without extra pay, it would really show your commitment." What's happening here? They're not offering you a promotion or a raise. They're dangling the potential loss of your job in front of you. Your fear of losing your security, your income, your stability, kicks into high gear. You might agree to do the extra work, not because you want to, but because you're terrified of what you might lose if you don't. The manipulator has framed your choice not as an opportunity for gain, but as a way to avoid a devastating loss. It gets even more subtle and personal in our relationships. Have you ever had a friend or partner say something like, "If you really cared about me, you would," and then fill in the blank with something they want you to do? Or maybe they give you the silent treatment when you do something they don't like. This is emotional manipulation, using loss aversion. They're threatening the loss of their affection, their approval, or even the relationship itself. Your brain, desperate to avoid the pain of that loss, might compel you to give in, to apologize even when you've done nothing wrong, just to restore the connection and stop the feeling of potential abandonment. They're remaking you feel like you have to earn back the love and security that should be freely given. So how do you fight back? How do you protect yourself from this powerful psychological trigger? The first and most important step is awareness. Just by listening to this, you are already building your defense. The next time you feel that intense pressure, that gut-wrenching urgency to make a decision, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself one simple question. Am I moving toward a genuine gain, or am I just running away from a threatened loss? This question is your circuit breaker. It interrupts the emotional panic and re-engages your logical brain. It forces you to reframe the situation. Let's practice reframing. That limited time offer that expires in 1 hour. Reframe it. Ask yourself, if this offer didn't have a time limit, would I still want it just as much? Is this product actually worth my money, or am I just afraid of missing out? Most of the time, you'll realize the urgency is manufactured. The product will still be there tomorrow, or a similar one will. By removing the threat of loss, you can evaluate the decision on its actual merits. You take back control from the seller and give it back to yourself. Let's apply this to the workplace scenario. Your boss implies your job is on the line. Instead of panicking, pause and reframe. Is taking on this extra unpaid work the only way to secure your job? Is it a reasonable request, or is it exploitation disguised as an opportunity? You could reframe the conversation by saying something like, "I understand the company is going through changes. I'm happy to discuss how my role can best support our goals, and I'd like to talk about what resources or compensation would be appropriate for any new responsibilities." This shifts the focus from avoiding loss to negotiating a fair exchange. You are no longer a victim of fear. You are an active participant in the discussion, and in that personal relationship, when someone implies you have to earn their affection, pause, reframe. A healthy relationship is based on mutual respect, not on transactional approval. You can say, "It hurts me when you say that because it feels like your affection is conditional. I want us to be able to talk about our needs without threatening the relationship." This sets a boundary. It communicates that you will not be manipulated by the fear of losing them. It reframes the dynamic from one of control to one of partnership. This can be scary, because the manipulator might escalate their threats. But it's the only way to build a relationship based on genuine connection, not on fear. Building this mental muscle takes practice. Start small. Notice loss aversion in advertisements. See it on social media, with flash sales and giveaways ending soon. Identify it in news headlines that scream about what you're losing: your health, your money, your safety. Every time you spot it, you're training your brain. You're teaching it to recognize the pattern. It's like a workout for your psychological immune system. The more you do it, the stronger you get, and the more automatic your defenses become. Ultimately, understanding loss aversion isn't about becoming cynical or distrusting everyone. It's about achieving freedom. It's the freedom to make choices based on your own values, goals, and desires, not on a manufactured fear of what you might lose. It's about reclaiming your power in negotiations, in your career, and in your most intimate relationships. When you know that the intense feeling of panic is often just a trick, a clever exploitation of your brain's wiring, you can smile, take a step back, and make a decision from a place of calm and clarity. You become untouchable. The manipulator's favorite tool becomes useless against you. You see the strings, and you can simply refuse to let them be pulled. This one piece of knowledge is the key. Now you have it. Use it wisely. Thanks for watching. If this helped you see things more clearly, give this video a like and subscribe for more insights into how your mind works. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.